Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of November 7th. This week, definitely make sure to check out astrojar.com for more awesome YouTube readers and things like that. You can do that right here. But having said that, let's see what's going on for you this week. Let's see here. Definitely don't be afraid to start something new, I would say, this week. But I think maybe you just need a week to see things clearly as well. You might not be seeing things very clearly this week. Again, towards the middle of the month, we have Neptune going direct. I think that will, for pretty much everybody, will allow people to see, everything that's going on in their lives a little bit more clearly. It's been a little bit cloudy lately, but we'll get into that more at the end of your reading here. But you start off with the Fool in reverse. Fool in reverse is about not getting started on something, not taking a journey or not taking an adventure and things like that is what I always think about with this card. It can represent a little bit of hesitation to me. You have the Seven of Hearts coming up next. Your reading is actually very straightforward this week. I've said to Taurus before, I think you guys, pretty much get the most straightforward readings just in general, but there could be some fears or something about starting on an opportunity. A lot of you could have been given an opportunity recently to start something, maybe with somebody, or maybe even by yourself. Maybe you had an idea that came in to start something like a project or a business, or it could even be a relationship. But to me, it feels more like something that you're doing. And again, the Fool is about not stepping off on the path and not getting going. So I would definitely encourage you to let go of those fears and try to start what you're doing. The only difference here is that, again, I'm glad I pulled the last card that I did, because it's a card of confusion. But even having said that, it is a card that makes a lot of sense here, because it does represent needing to just maybe wait a little bit of time anyway. So I think that really, as we get more to the middle of the month, you'll have a lot of clarity on anything that you're thinking about doing anyway. That will allow you to start it a little bit in the future. So again, I don't really think that it matters all that much that it came up in reverse this week. Next, you have the Seven of Hearts. Seven of Hearts is, again, those doubts and things like that, having a bunch of doubts. I would actually let that stuff go. Again, I think your doubts are going to be cleared up probably sometime in the middle of the month, again, when Neptune goes direct. It's almost like you'll just get all the answers that you need to start something new or whatever, and it'll just be more clear. So, I would just let those doubts go. Next, you have the Six of Hearts, kind of our first clue of return, a returning energy coming to you and having a lot of return thoughts. Again, I would say it's very astrological, this return of thoughts and things like that. A lot of people are going back to like old ideas that they had years ago, or going back to old people that they met years ago, or old relationships and things like that. So there's like a lot of this returning energy coming in for a lot of people. So a lot of people are like, meeting up with old friends and things like that. A lot of people are, again, going back to old ideas and all this other stuff. So a lot of you could be doing that. And this could be a good thing for a lot of you as well. I mean, it says that you're on the right path. Like I say, sixes are clear down the middle, so they represent going in the right direction, doing the right things. But other than that, Six of Hearts do represent. This card does represent difficulties. It can represent difficulties we go through and things. But it says now we can start putting energy into things we want, and it will come back to us, at least equally, if not better. Whereas in the past, maybe it hasn't gone, kind of our way. Next, you have the Jack of Diamonds. This is you, Taurus, showing up here in the reading. Very good card. It does say that you'll probably be working hard this week. A lot of you could be even just working around the home, or something like that. Maybe not even necessarily at work. You could just be working on something. But it's also a great card for socializing and play and things like that. Could also be a card of getting messages about money and things, so pay attention to those types of messages. They're usually very positive messages, like you hear like you're going to get money, or you hear that you're not going to owe money to something, or you're going to owe less money, or something along those lines. So pay attention to any communications that you get in regards to finances. This can even be like a card where you hear somebody else like talking about an investment or something like that, and you're like, I'm going to look into that. You look into it, and then you invest money, and it turns out to be really good. So, pay attention to any financially related messages you receive. Next, you have the Four of Spades, card of recovery. So a lot of you could be recovering from things as well, like if you've been sick or injured or something like that. It's a good card because it represents a quick recovery as well. So a lot of you could be getting over some things just in general. And then finally, you have the Eight of Clubs. Again, card of confusion and being confused, maybe about starting something new again with that Fool in the beginning. But I do think that, like I said, by the middle of the month there will be a lot of clarity around that issue anyway, and you'll start moving forward on it, on the project or whatever it is, wherever you're confused or wherever you haven't gotten started. I think that's when a lot of clarity will come in for you. Eight of Clubs is a card of just like not being sure which direction to go in. A lot of card reading systems call it the crossroads, not being sure which direction to pick and things. But again, I think that in the near future, you will know where to go. So looks like a good week. Thank you for watching, and enjoy your week.